Good morning, good morning. Hello, everybody. Hello. Let's see if we can get some of the family in here and see where Teri is. I barely know where I am at any given moment, but today I am in Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas. So let me just share this. I shared it with some of you. Let me share it into a couple of groups. Here we go. Now maybe you might. Robin, good morning, good morning. Robin, my apologies. I meant to text you last night when I got here, but I was so tired. I was so ready to be out of my car after fighting Dallas traffic. I did not realize how bad it would be. Good morning, Joanne. It was so good to talk to you yesterday. Annie, hi, sweet Annie. And yes, thank you for being on the phone with me as well. Good morning, Andrea Gregg. Oh, hello, everybody. Hello, all my peas. Happy Friday. And no, we are not doing a 10 million for world peace right now. We're doing the Morning Cuppa. I always forget that one little detail, don't I? But it's Friday. So it's also Good Friday. So what is your yay today? What is it that just makes you smile, makes you want to just be here with all the P family? Just type in what your yay is and what your wins are, because that's important to all of us. Let's go into our hearts. Let's do some heart-brain coherence this morning and telepathically call in our P's, the ones that aren't here yet. Let's get them flying in here. When we do the heart-brain, we usually get people in because we're holding one of those beautiful family members or more in our hearts. So hand on the heart and slow down your breathing. And then add in the love, add in joy. Bring something to mind that makes you smile. Something you're very grateful for. I am grateful for a new day. Grateful for being with family. Grateful for having all of you in my life. What a blessing. And then exhale out anything that you don't need. Just let it go. And breathe in the love. And breathe out the love. And let's see who we called in. We called in Catherine Kovacs. Good morning. And Annie's calling in our Auntie Jean, Kathy Hand. Good morning to you. And I understand you have a doctor's appointment today, so we're lifting you up for that appointment, hoping that it goes with ease and grace. I will be back on the road today, making my way to the state of Colorado. So today I have another stretch of Texas. You know, this is a really big state. So I will be here for another day in Texas. And then on Saturday, I will pull into Colorado and visit with a friend there, and then go on up to Boulder after that. So that's my agenda. So what's happening in your world? What plans do you have for this beautiful weekend? And those of you who are working outside the home, are you off today? Are you off Monday? I don't know what happens anymore in the workforce, but just let me know what's going on. If you're able to hang out with us today, that's awesome. So let me see what the angels had to say. Only love is real, no matter what illusion shows up. Ernest Hemingway said, in order to write about life, first you must live it. I had never been to Dallas until today. I'm not sure what I expected, but it certainly was not what I got. I think I held my breath the whole time I was driving through the city. I felt like one of a herd of cattle being taken to the slaughter. I cannot write an explanation, but can only say that I do not want to experience it again. My present for enduring that experience was a beautiful evening with my niece, who I have not seen in decades. In fact, the last 2 times I saw her were at funerals. We sat and chatted for hours, and it was as if no time had passed since the last time we saw each other. Dear angels, my heart is happy tonight to have experienced the blessing of sitting and catching up with a precious family member. I know this meeting was divinely led to happen. So many times we do not listen to Spirit and miss out on blessings such as this. Dear ones, to experience life, live it to the fullest. When you feel the tug or the nudge to do something, then pay attention. Don't be deterred because you have to go through something unpleasant in order to achieve the outcome. That only shows the illusion of separation. Clear the illusion by breaking through to the blessing of seeing the oneness. Hug your loved ones every chance you get, and remember that you need not see them as distanced. Live every moment of your life with joy in your heart and open to possibilities. When you place limitations of time and space upon yourself, you can only see separation. Wade through whatever tough experience appears to be real and for the miracle that is on the other side. Dear angels, today I promise to see only love, no matter what illusion tries to show itself. It was a beautiful time with Paula last night. She's my sister Billy's daughter, and she's lived out here in Texas a long time. So we don't get to see her very often, and she doesn't get to see family very often. So it was a real treat to come in and spend time and catch up with her and see what's going on in her world. And Julie Kiss just came in. Good morning, Julie. Catherine Kovacs. No plans this weekend. Okay. Well, I have plans to be with some special people this weekend. So I know that's going to be beautiful. Annie's going to my brother's, and Grayson with my great nephews will dye eggs, and we're going to spend the day with family. Wonderful. I'm so glad. And Julie, happy Good Friday. Yes, it is. Kathy, you're going to work today, but Bob has the day off. Deirdre, good morning. Still waiting for your eye drops. Oh my goodness, girl. What do they have to do to make those eye drops? They have to have a special recipe or something. I don't understand why it takes so long for them to get that to you. And this is not the first time that has happened. No plans for you, Andrea. Are you working today or are you off today? Let me get our Kuan Yin message. Yesterday was a beautiful message from Kuan Yin. So let's see what she has for us today. And it is the Divine Mother's Love. If we don't trust our divine connection, we can feel like a lost child, uncertain, insecure, and afraid. Yet when that child knows that the mother is always there, waiting, naturally stepping in when needed, but otherwise trusting in the child's ability to live his own life, then getting lost for a time is just part of the adventure. It's not frightening, it is freeing. I love that. So beautiful message from our Kuan Yin this morning. Again, she always knows the right words to say. Andrea, you're working. Deirdre, my plan is to continue healing myself. Absolutely, Deirdre. Joanne has Sunday plans, rocking the new waffle maker that makes the shape of a bunny. It's a fun project with Eris. Oh, he is going to love that. I want pictures. I can't wait to see his face and to see him with one of those bunny waffles. Kathy, I'd like to share my message I got from Pocket Angels this morning, page 16, first message. My little pocket book is in the car. It didn't make it inside. But you know what, Kathy? I can share the message because you shared it with me. So I'm going to do that now. Let me pull it up and I can read it from what you sent me. So Kathy had a beautiful experience and received this message from the angels to help her to understand about, I think about faith, Kathy, is what this is about. Positive energy is how you will rise above the challenges that would otherwise hold you down. Stay present in the moment. Worry and anxiety come when you drift backwards or leap forward with your thoughts. Staying in the now can help you feel more grounded and centered and can reduce those feelings of anxiety and stress. I love that this tiny book was talking to you, Kathy. I think that's such a beautiful testament to the power of the angels, how they just present whatever is needed at any given moment. And you can open that book and you can find just what you need to see. And you can hear the words of encouragement, of love, of letting you know everything is working perfectly according to God's divine plan. And thank you, Marietta, for sharing that with us, that EIWP, because it certainly is. I think I'm going to make some bumper stickers that say EIWP and spread that word around the nation as I travel. Good morning, Charlie. Yes, Joanne, isn't that a beautiful message? I was wondering how I was going to get messages to you all this morning, and there it was. Kathy provided because she sent me a picture of that page in her tiny book and how she had underlined, or not underlined, but highlighted it and had written what was going on for her. And, you know, in the back of the book, there are blank pages, lined pages for anybody that wants to write in experiences. If a message has spoken to you, you can write the page number. And yeah, so beautiful. Thank you for that, Kathy. And I've heard from so many of you that are getting special messages, and a lot of you are sharing this tiny book. You're sharing it out to the world, giving it as presents. I had a call from someone just yesterday who had been distributing it with their friends and how much they were responding to it and loving it. So, yeah. So if you want to get a larger number of them to give out as gifts, as presents, let me know because I can order them for you at a wholesale cost if you're doing it in bulk. It'll be much easier than paying the wholesale. Sally and Tony, good morning. And thank you for sharing. Today we are working and we have our 8-year-old granddaughter today. She's an amazing little person to get to know and craft with, and she's filling our hearts. Oh, beautiful. I'm so glad. And my niece made coffee this morning, and she gave me a UK cup to drink it in. University of Kentucky, the Wildcats, they have my heart. I started out in college at the University of Kentucky. I went to their community college close to where I grew up. And then I moved on to Lexington, where the main campus is. Such a beautiful place. And that is where Tim is at the hospital. And Billy said Tim is improving. His wounds are healing, and hopefully he'll be able to get the help to move around and get more mobility in his legs soon. So keep him in your prayers, please. Marietta, Sweet Dreams has given birth A bird made a nest in a bag we have hanging on our upper deck. She laid 2 eggs, which have now hatched, and she sits protecting them and doesn't mind us watching. What a blessing! Oh, I love that, Marietta, that this bird decided that that was a safe place to have her little ones. And it is. Sweet Dreams is so beautiful. Robin, thankful for the senses we have, the air we breathe, the ability to hear, the ability of touch, our sight to see the wonderful world, taste for the different foods, along with the little additional gifts that are given. Oh, Robin, it was so beautiful to meet with you and to just sit in your presence. Such a caring, wonderful P that services others and listens, and it's just a beautiful, wise woman. If you want some wise words, tune in to Robin and what she has to offer. Lily Ann, hello, sweetheart. Oh, thank you. Happy Easter back to you. And Kathy says, how many would be considered bulk? I think if you want to get like the minimum, I think is 8 to order them wholesale. And I can do that. I can order them if you just let me know. And I'll let you know what the cost would be to get the wholesale. And it's much cheaper than ordering them ordering them retail. Robin, my daughter Sarah and family are coming into town. Adam is returning from a trip Sunday. Good. Oh, I hope you have a beautiful celebration. Good morning, Jennifer. Glad to have you here. And Marietta says, the bird is safe from the iguanas who might eat her eggs and the babies. Yeah, they probably would. Yeah, that's nature. That's how they get their food. And, the iguanas can eat pretty much anything. So I'm glad they're safe, and I'm glad you've provided Sweet Dreams as a respite for them to be there with their little ones. What a blessing. All right, so I do have the tiny book, which is feeling kind of neglected. So this was in my computer case, if you all want some messages out of this one. And then I promise you, the angels in my pocket will go in the computer case. So I have it every morning when I'm on here with you. So if anyone would like a message from the tiny book, which was our original little message book, we will do that. And just let me know. Yes, please. Okay. Well, what is the number? Page 18 and page 24. All right. 24 has a special significance to you, doesn't it, Sally? You all choose that one a lot. Okay. Page 24 says there is more than one path to arrive at your destination. When you open up to possibilities, the right path will unfold for you to experience more beauty, more miracles, more awe in your life. I was telling my niece, it was pretty tough driving through Dallas. I won't lie. It's a hectic, crazy experience to be on that interstate. Absolutely crazy. I think it's probably worse than the Autobahn because people they just don't care. It's like, oh, you're in that lane? Well, you'll move. I'm going to come on over. But I missed a turn. I was supposed to exit, and I was not in the lane to be able to exit. And it was okay. I thought, all right, well, it'll just reroute me. Well, it took me to a different exit. And so Paula says, yeah, there's like multiple ways to get to any point in Dallas. So there are different ways to get where we want to go. There's different paths we can take. I love this message. I love it for life, and I love it for our spiritual experiences, because not everybody has the same spiritual experience. Not everybody has the same teachers. So we can learn different things in different ways and still end up in the oneness of all that is. And learning and growing through our experiences. So that was page 24, and then Joanne wanted page 18. So let me see what, turned right to it, of course. As you deal with each thing that comes your way, you become stronger. It is only when you throw your arms up in defeat that you shrink down and miss the blessing. Joanne, I think this has a special meaning for you this morning. We spoke yesterday, and I think this is a message that the angels wanted you to hear today. So whatever it is that we deal with along our way, it makes us stronger. And that's the choice that we have. We can either choose to shrink back and to make ourselves small, or we can rise up like the phoenix. And yes, I will reread it. As you deal with each thing that comes your way, you become stronger. It's only when you throw your arms up in defeat that you shrink down and miss the blessing. Yeah. So dealing with things in life, we're all going to have our what I call fires of life, our challenges, the things that come our way that we're like, oh, I really don't want to do this, or something happens and it shakes us to the core. We become stronger if we allow it. If we don't just give up and throw our arms up and be done. So staying strong, that is the message, whatever comes your way. And you're going to learn such a lesson with each thing. Each one is a teacher. Each one of our fires, that's our teachers in life. Oh, you're welcome, Joanne. And Sally loves that message. And she says, it's nerve-wracking for sure. I will never drive there again. I said, I don't want to repeat that experience that I had yesterday. It was at the end of my day. I'd been on the road for, oh my gosh, a long time. And yeah, it wasn't pleasant driving through Dallas. We'll just put it that way. Good morning, Brookie. And you wonder if the message on page 16 coincides with 16 in the pocketbook. Well, we will see. First, I want to get to Andrea, page 3. And page 3 says, coming from a place of love will keep you connected with your higher self and all of divinity. So many times we forget that. We forget to pour love on someone who's angry or someone who has attacked us or someone who's doing something in the world that is just not nice. And we forget that the way to counterbalance that is through love. One person vibrating at the high experience of love and putting that energy out into the world counterbalances 750,000 other people who are out there spewing hatred and doing the hateful things of life for whatever reason. So we forget to pour love. I'm going to read it again. Coming from a place of love will keep you connected with your higher self and all of divinity. That's how we keep our connection. Because if we go into the lower energies that other people are putting out toward us, then we're not helping. We're not raising the vibration. So always come from love. Thank you for choosing that one, Andrea. Page 32 for Robin. Dear ones, you are all teachers and students at the same time. Some have not opened up to your wisdom quite yet, but it is there for you once you are ready to receive. You know what? This is such a great message because we're not going to get it until we're ready. It's all about divine time. And sometimes we want our loved ones to step up and wake up, right? We want them to experience what we're experiencing, the unconditional love, but they may not be ready to hear it yet. So each in their own time, and be patient, because you're being a teacher and teachers are patient. If you're a good teacher, that is, right? So thank you for that message. And Charlie wants page 17, and then we'll get to page 16 and see if it does coincide with that earlier message that you got in the Angels book. All right, so Charlie, page 17. And my phone is telling me that it's time to go on the air because it's still on Eastern time with the alarms. So I got to change that. All right, page 17. Figure out where you want to go, and the rest will flow in that direction. You can choose to keep going in reverse, or you can navigate your way to your next adventure. It is up to you. So, what do you want to go? Do you want to keep backstroking and keep going back and revisiting things that have happened in life? All of those traumas and dramas and things that took place before you woke up to who you really are? Or do you want to see what spirit wants from you and helping you to go where you need to be at any given moment? So that is that message. And Charlie, I hope you understood that one for you. Page 16, Kathy. I think you're right. We encourage you to stay centered and allow the energy to flow with ease and grace. It is not necessary to derail the train to see how it fits on the track. So it really does fit in with your other message of staying centered and balanced and knowing everything is working perfectly. Beautiful message. All right, page 15 for Mary. And Lily Ann says, I got my prayers heard. I got a call from my grandson Gabriel at his birthday on the 27th of March. He got 6 years old and made my heart so happy to see and talk to him that I haven't since January. Can I please have number 28? Oh, sweetheart, I am so happy for that message. Thank you. Thank you, Lillian, for persevering and having patience and seeing that beautiful little one in your life again. I know that's blessing your heart. So let me read 15 and then I'll read 28 for you. So 15 says, slow down to receive openness and hear spirit speak to you. Doing this very thing is half the battle. You are braver than you think. Allow this with beauty and grace and receive your blessing of illumination. When we step back and observe, we see more clearly. And that's what that's all about, is just seeing things with a different perspective. All right, page 28. I think this is going to be the last one, you guys, because we need to get to our prayers. And hello, Jim. Thank you for popping in. He says, for happy Friday, everyone. Have an awesome day with love and gratitude. Absolutely. So I'm going to page 28 for Lily Ann, and Kathy also wants to share her story of EIWP. This week we had a lot of expenses happen between medical and car stuff, and our tax refund was deposited right on time. Yeah, everything is working perfectly. I love that. Okay, page 28. Yes, I saw your message, Lily. I'm doing it now. Can I reread Charles's message? Go back up to Charlie. This was page 17, and then I'll do 28, and that'll be the last of the messages. So 17 was, figure out where you want to go, and the rest will flow in that direction. You can choose to keep going in reverse, or you can navigate your way to your next adventure. It is up to you. Yeah, if we want to keep going in reverse and revisiting all the bad things and all the traumas and dramas of life, we can do that. We have free will. Nothing's stopping us from doing it. But if we want to experience life to the fullest, we're going to go with the flow. And that means putting down the oars and letting our boat go in the direction that it's supposed to go in. So thank you for asking for that, Joanne. All right, so Lillian, page 28, says, you make choices in every moment, and based on what you choose, it may be a great outcome or a disaster. When you allow fear to overcome your faith, you make your choices from your head. I want you to remember that, Lillian, because sometimes things look so bad, and like you waited a long time to get to hear your grandson's voice again. And sometimes that fear that we won't be able to see our loved ones, that can do a number in our head and cause us to go into sadness or into anger or whatever, the fear of the separation. But just remember to stay strong and stay positive and come from your heart. Always, always listen to the heart. It never, never lies to you. The heart will never take you down a wrong direction. When we get out of the heart, that's when we get stinking thinking and we start playing small and forgetting who we are. We forget our magnificence. So just go back into the heart, and you do it through the breath. Breathe into your heart center. Just get connected in with your higher self, and you'll know the faith that is needed for you to have patience and for the exact divine timing to show up for you. And Lily says, yes, that's true. I am waiting and sending love to him and my son, and one day I will get contact again. Yeah, you will. All right, so let's do our prayers. If you have anything we need to be aware of, please type it into the comments and we will lift you up. I'm just type in your prayer requests and special prayers for everyone who might be traveling this weekend. It is a holiday weekend and there's a lot of people on the roads. As I found out yesterday, a lot of people got an early start, I think. And it was a very, very busy time on the road. There were some places, some spots that I was able to just fly through. But most of the time, it was slow going. Deirdre, thank you. Prayers for all humans, for Gaia and all who live on her back, for world peace, attention to human trafficking, and support for parents of addicted children. I've been paying attention. I've been doing what the angels told me to do and paying attention to human trafficking and the messages. And we got some work to do, you guys. We have a lot of work to do. There needs to be a lot more information put out there. There's public restrooms with absolutely nothing, no contact information, no signs to look for. So it needs to be revved up and done quickly so that we can have something in place for travelers so they can see that there's resources available if they see something that they can say something. All right, and I saw Sally. My spiritual lessons that was delivered earlier this morning was to work on releasing any preconceived ideas of my beliefs and let spirit take over and be my soul guide. This is going to be challenging. Those beliefs and concepts, we got to look at them constantly. It's not something that we just set and forget. because we change every day. We have more experiences and more illumination that comes our way. Oh, Mary, thank you for being here, and I hope you have a blessed Easter weekend. Thank you, Jennifer, for the travel prayers, and Sally, prayers for the lost, the lonely, the forgotten, the unloved, and for those who are searching for their place in this world. Absolutely. Leo, good morning. I'd like to include in our prayers this young woman I saw outside the dollar store yesterday. She was sitting there in the sun with two babies, with a paper sign asking for money for food and diapers. It broke my heart to see her in that situation, and even more for the two babies out there in the sun for God knows how long. I gave her what I had on me, but I wasn't sure if I should have called a social worker or child support. Yeah, that's a tough call, isn't it? And I think in a case like that, I think I would have gone into the dollar store and bought supplies for her and helped her out in that way, and then let my heart guide if another phone call was needed to be made. But Leo, thank you for being benevolent. Deirdre, yeah, they've got to be made. I've been so busy with the Angels book that took up quite a bit of my time, but it's a necessity now because I see how little there is in these places I'm going to. And that's why Spirit wants me doing this, wants us doing this. Let me make that correction, because this is our project. So I need help. I need that committee that said that you were willing to help out. I need to call a meeting, and anybody that wants to help make the flyers and any informational stuff we can put together. And Lily, thank you for the prayers for travel and for your family and all in need, and prayers for your daughter, prayers for peace on earth, and for our children. Thank you. All right, so let's go into our hearts and do these prayers. Please remember my brother-in-law, Tim. Yeah, still has a long journey ahead. So please remember him. Remember our Auntie Jean, who has been fighting this illness for so long now. And let's just see her in perfect health. Let's pray for Deirdre, for her eyesight, and for her to get what she needs with medication. And for Mama Hada Bear, praying for her health to reach its perfection. And praying for our Blue Jean up in Vermont, and anyone else who needs prayers today, and just lift them up for the very best outcome. And Sally, I feel every business and city building, parks, etc. need flyers. Yeah, and there's going to be a big process to get permission to put those flyers up wherever we're going to put them. And I'm thinking libraries is going to be a big place for us to connect with also. All right, so let's do our prayer time. I need to get on down the road, and I'm going to try to find something fun that I can share with you guys. I won't spoil the surprise. I'll just say it has something to do with Cadillacs. And just stay tuned, because if I get to do what I think I'm going to be able to do there, y'all will get some laughter for sure. All right, so let's breathe into our heart, opening up to spirit, opening up to the connection with each other in the great oneness of all that is, and reaching out to the angels for support, for love, for healing, reaching out to Divine Mother, asking that we all be held, be reminded of the meaning of this weekend, what this holiday is all about: renewal, rebirth, recentering, coming to that place inside that we know who we are. So a rebirth inside of each of us on this beautiful weekend. Let's lift up loved ones. Let every prayer be heard be seen, acknowledged, and answered to the best and highest good of all. We pray for peace on our earth, praying for those countries who are still fighting with each other, who are still carrying grudges and carrying that out, and the citizens who are the innocent victims who were just there, not doing anything to deserve what's happening. Oh, let's lift up this country, the United States, praying for peace here in our country, praying for the human trafficking that's happening to be brought to light so that we can end it. We can do something. We can say something to bring more of these children to safety, and the adults also that are being taken. So bringing light to the dark and allowing everything to come more into balance. Praying for everything that's going on with the weather right now, praying for safety for travelers, and I include myself in that as I go into a state who's still having snow and ice, and just pray for my safety as I travel. Thank you all. Thank you for being here. Thank you for loving each other. And that's what we do. Every day we love. So let's do that. Let's do that now. After we lift these prayers up, we give gratitude and we give love to each other. So I'm going to put that up. Our words that we say, and these words are very powerful. Thank you. I love you. And so let's get that going. And I'm going to let Leo sing to us as he does so well. Thank you, Deirdre.
Morning, Earthlings. It's time to get up and get ready. Because today's the perfect day to have a great day. Here we go. Come on, come on. Come on, play. It's a beautiful day. If you wake up this morning, might as well be part of it. When all it's for peace, so I'm mission for harmony. You and me, mama, be on the lead. Wherever it's up there, we create a portal where we can be together. The heart telephone is always one phone call away. Rolling on the guys, the angels, and the masters. Take a deep breath and go into a new dimension.
So good to see you all. I hope you have a blessed weekend.
Morning Cuppa full of joy with all the peace and the bar. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning Cuppa full of joy every day. Just start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa full of joy with all the peace and the bar. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste.
Cuppa full of joy. Thank you, Robin. You're in my heart, girl. So good to get a hug from many hugs from Robin.
Full of joy, full of light, full of love. Bottomless reviews, spilling out from the top. Here, the coffee's always hot, and the truth is always yours. The sun is calling out to play us put on a show. Today's a new day, we all part of this game. Let's play to win. Love always is the winning team. And you can side with
Thank
us.
you, Charlie.
Space in the pot, full of love, take a spot and get the day started. Morning Cuppa full of joy every day. Just start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA.
Thank you, Jennifer.
Full of joy with all the peace and the bar. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning Cuppa full of joy every day. Just start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa full of joy with all the peace and the bar. The daily mantra is thank you,
Thank you. I love you. Thank you, Leo.
There really is no secret. We simply
Accept, align, allow.
Morning Cuppa full of joy every day. Just start the day on the high five.
Annie, I love you.
With all the bees and the pod, the daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning Cuppa full of joy every day. Just start the day on the high five. We call the AAA. Morning Cuppa full of joy.
Thank you, Charlie.
The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste.
Full of joy. All right, we got some woos coming up. You ready? Where are you, Deirdre? There you go. And Andrea, woo, with love. I love you all so much. Did you find the woo yet in the Angel's book? It is there, so hopefully you found it. All right, I love you all so much. Stay in your heart, stay blessed, and come back at 1 o'clock today for the World Peace Meditation, 1:11 Eastern Time. I've been on the road every day this week, so it's been kind of hard because I can't always find a place to stop where I can set up the computer and be there with you all. But I'm on as much as I can in the audience to listen to the meditation. I will see you all back here in the morning. Namaste, y'all. Have a blessed rest of your day.